Okay, another week passed since the last market outlook, so we're just gonna cover BTC, cover ETH, and on the screen you'll see a few links you might want to follow. So first of all is me on Twitter. You can see that down in the description below. For those of you that do not follow me there yet, you'll get trading alerts, etc. as per usual, and some fucking shit posting, some friends that I recommend you follow as well for trading and everything that is related to that essentially. And then there's WooX, so practically hands down, certainly the best exchange in my opinion. Been partnered with them for a few months now, but as time passes, they continue to kind of outperform every other exchange, in my personal opinion. So check the link there for reduced fees while you're trading. And then let's just dive into BTC here first. And yeah, so when we're looking at BTC, I think a week ago we were looking somewhere around here, and we had just had this rally. I believe I need to check the exact accuracy of that, but we were around this area, and I essentially just said, as long as we hold this line in the sand, it's 67k. That's kind of going to be crucial, and we've continued to hold it. I drew this out, I believe, 2 days ago on Twitter, and I drew out this doodle, and yeah, a lot of the doodles I've been drawing for the last year, to be fair, have been going fantastically as just trades. So I've been following my doodles more and more, which kind of comes down to market intuition. I've spoken about that a lot. I speak about that a lot on Twitter. I speak about it with friends, and you kind of notice that the more you trade, the better your kind of feel for the market is, so to speak, and the way it moves. So I've been trading those a lot, to be fair. Just been trading my own doodles and making a lot of extra money because of it. But yeah, so this is what I drew out. Kind of holding on to that 67k level was kind of the goal here. We kind of held on to it here with low volume. Now we're seeing a spike in volume, kind of hitting new highs, trying to kind of put in this change of character, so to speak. As you can see, we've kind of just chopped it up into this pennant formation, holding on to the bottom of the pennant, you could argue, although we're kind of below it. I was kind of looking for a deviation reclaim of this pennant and then continue to new highs. We have the liquidity of the all-time high up here. I would want to see that taken, but that's of course just because we want to see those all-time highs ultimately. We can go up to the higher time frame real quick. So the weekly is about to close. It'll be kind of like a doji candle. Doesn't look too bad in my opinion. We could do something like this. Look, sometimes during summer you're gonna see a lot of like decrease in volume, and by that I mean like real volume, not shit coins, because sometimes those rally really hard during these type of months where the main traders and the legitimate traders are kind of taking their time off, so to speak, and you have Wall Street, etc., just calming it down, which is, I think, my main risk factor currently, where we could see some type of bleed down just because of the fact that so many people are kind of leaving the market, so to speak. Let's get this back. On the daily, we're still holding on to that line in the sand, and it's really just 67k where I want to see us hold. And if we do see some deviation below, I don't mind that. This is kind of the EQ of the range as well. So again, same thing as last week: top of the range, middle of the range, and bottom of the range. We can delete this pennant, and a deviation from the range down here. So what we kind of want to see is ultimately this breakout. What you don't want to see here is weakness instead of continuation, and then we just get a deviation of the range just like we have below on top. So that's what you kind of don't want to see if we do see these all-time highs. Let's get this deleted. So that's kind of the main thing. And on the 4 hour, we just kind of covered, right? We're holding on here. What I want to see is an actual reclaim of this change of character. Hopefully we can take the liquidity from this high, and then it would kind of look like this more. So you take that liquidity, you set in a new low, and you break that again, and you have a solid change of character, so to speak. So that's that. I think hourly we can take a look at. Again, we kind of have this deviation as expected. We're currently kind of seeing this reclaim. Now you want to see a change of character and a kind of holding of this level above 68. And then I think we can just break out, to be fair. I think it's a pretty solid chart right now. What I do want to add as a nuance is the fact that if you go to 4 hour, we can kind of see this fair value gap down here, which is marked out by this gray box. that might be the main risk factor. The fact that this is just, right, so fair value gap down here. And if we do see a breakdown, I would like to see us come into this level, take it out, and reclaim 66, 67, and from there see it go up. So that's the main area that if we do come down into it, that I see as a high probability area on the higher time frame of us tapping into it and then rallying from there if this rally does not occur right now or soon. So that's that. What else? Let's close this. Ethereum. Slightly different on Ethereum. I think the range is the same as last week. High EQ, bottom of the range. We can also delete this. Then we have this miniature range set up here. Currently at the EQ of that range as well. We can go up to the weekly real quick to cover this, but what is there to cover on the weekly? There's really nothing, just an insane candle. Daily, same thing. It's the same as the 4 hour, so we're gonna continue on the 4 hour. Currently reclaim of the EQ. Top of the range is about 39, and bottom of the range is about 37, a bit high, a bit lower, 36 half, which coincides perfectly with the EQ of the higher time frame range, sitting from 33 to 40. Yeah, and by 40 I don't mean 40k, I just mean 4000, so to speak, 3800. You get the point. Let's go hourly. I think this kind of makes sense. We have the same type of fair value gap right over here, which is a bit bigger than it is on BTC, right? So if we do see this kind of collapse, I would like to see some type of structure build up here, and we can long from there rather than so this kind of fair value gap, so to speak, is kind of a high probability area. We do see some weakness occur here, where I would like to go long essentially, but I would say that what's key here is seeing some type of structure build up. Like I drew here is like kind of a pennant. You want to see some type of structure that you can actually long build up at this area, which will also be the bottom of the range again. So there's a lot of confluence in this area for ETH, where I will be looking to find myself a position if we do hit those lows, so to speak. For now, the plan on ETH kind of remains the same, right? It kind of remains the fact that we haven't even put all-time highs in. I would like to see this kind of breakout, come to the top. What you don't want to see again on this as well is you don't really want to see, right, so all-time highs are all the way up here. What you don't want to see is this kind of deviate from the range, where we see something like this, weakness, and this becomes a deviation. That would be kind of annoying. That's kind of what you don't want here. Instead, you just want to see continued strength kind of coming into these highs here, which is kind of the last resistance. I think once we do break out of this and you see some even chop here, we could definitely see this just rip through and hit about 6k in no time, in my opinion. So yeah, I think that's it for ETH. That's it for BTC. On the hourly on ETH, it's kind of the same as the 4 hour, which is why I love that fucking time frame so much. Yeah, it's kind of the same thing. Just what you want to see is you want to see this hold up for now, rather than serve as resistance, because now it's gonna looks like it wants to serve as resistance. Instead, what we want to see is this kind of chop up here, hold this kind of 38 level, and come back to the top of the range and properly break out to this level 40, hold that, and then you have the new highs for the year. In contrast, if we do see this happen, what I kind of said we don't want to see is the resistance thing. We kind of see this break down. You see us tapping the fair value gap, previous month VWAP coming in here, low of the range coming in here as well, 33, and you kind of see all this confluence kind of build up right here, which is kind of where I would seek a position again. So I think that covers everything for BTC ETH. That's kind of the market outlook for now. Again, it's kind of vague, up, down, who knows. Currently, it looks like there's strength, and I would like to see these levels hold. We're at key levels, so just watch out for these to hold. Yeah, that's about it. And then as for this once more, check out Woo, check out my Twitter. It's all linked below. I appreciate you guys as always, and thank you.